What's going on, YouTube? How are all my trolls and haters doing today? As you can see, I'm sitting in my hotel room, and I was bored as fuck, and I was like thinking, I should film something, but I really didn't know what to talk about. I have like zero notes. I have nothing on what some of the questions you guys have been asking about. I've got a ton of stuff to do, video-wise. I just don't have time. You know, I've got a lot of questions from you guys, and I appreciate that. I filtered out a lot of the ones that were serious and the ones that weren't so serious. But I left that information at home, so I figured I'll talk about something else. So today I want to talk about gamma hydroxybutyrate, also known as GHB. So this is basically going to be a 90s story. GHB has always been around. It wasn't illegal when I first discovered it, and it's one of the few, things that I've done because I don't drink alcohol. I don't have a palate for alcohol. Don't smoke weed. I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't chew tobacco. I lead a pretty clean, boring life. If there's anything I would say I have a problem with, and I don't have a problem with it, but the only thing I've used are basically be like pain prescription meds, but with prescription, not just popping them. I literally go through 30 Norco a year. So, and sometimes at the end of the year I have some left over. I think I've got about 10 left in my bottle right now. So obviously that's not a problem. Valium, on the other hand, I don't have a problem with it, but it definitely doesn't work like it used to. But I'm kind of off track. Gamma hydroxybutyrate was legal in the 90s, and bodybuilders were using it specifically for sleep, not for partying like it is today. That's why it's illegal now. It's never been made in the best of conditions to my knowledge. To my knowledge, it's always been made in someone's basement. I don't remember it ever being for sale in the retail market. Maybe it was. Someone can correct me on that. But my memory, I don't remember it ever being like that. I always remember it kind of being like you had to kind of know somebody who knew somebody who knew somebody who knew how to make it. And so the bodybuilders were thought process at the time was it puts you like deep asleep. You pass out on the stuff, which is why it's date rape drug now. But you pass out on this stuff, and the idea was that your GH levels would be cranking out because you're so like asleep. You just pass the fuck out, so you're gonna sleep. Growth hormone levels come up when you sleep, and that was the idea behind it. Although a lot of bodybuilders I knew that used it on a regular basis, they became dependent on it and couldn't sleep on it. And that's about the time that I learned about it was from one of those guys, so I already kind of knew, like, this is not something I want to fuck with. Having said that, I did try it, because I've always had sleeping problems. It's not an unknown thing that I use a CPAP machine, and I have insomnia, and that I use trazodone on like Friday night and Saturday night usually. And trazodone gives me wicked ass nightmares, but it really knocks me out. Now that we have these CBD oils coming out, I may give that a try. Now that edibles are legal, I have tried it, and it's funny because here I am, 48 years old, and I had my first edible at 47, and it did help me sleep. Like, it did work. When I found the right dosage, which that was another challenge. I found the right dosage and I did sleep, and I had no pain. The arthritis, the pain in my back, the arthritis, pain in my knees, hands, tendonitis in the elbow, all that was like gone. But again, it's not something I want to take all the time. That's just my personality. I don't believe in taking anything, being dependent on anything. So GHB was legal, and kind of my funny story was, back in my stripper days, believe it or not, I used to be good looking. This wasn't all ugly like this. I actually had long hair and a chiseled face and no wrinkles and no jowls. I used to be a good looking guy, believe it or not. Or don't. Anyway, I worked with this guy. His name was Danny Dallas. And this guy had wrecked at least three Camaros in the time I knew him. He loved Camaros. And he had wrecked at least 3 of them on GHB. He had a real serious problem with the shit. Good looking guy, good dancer, fun to be around. Had a great time with him every time that we worked together on tour. So the funny part of my story is like one time he was drinking the GHB when we were on tour all the time. And the first time that I saw this though, the first time when he just collapsed on stage. So he's up there doing his routine, and it was a Conan the Barbarian routine. He had real long hair, and he was coming out, and he started his routine, and he just face planted on the stage, just like boom, just was out. And I was like, what the fuck? Here I am, 20-something-year-old kid, and I see this guy, 28, 29-year-old guy just face plant on the stage. And the guy's backstage is like, oh, fuck, Danny took too much GHB. Fucking go get him. So we walk out there and grab his legs, and we're pulling him off the stage. And the MC was sitting there saying, don't worry, ladies, he'll be back out. This happens all the time. He's just tired and passed out, something stupid like that. And that was kind of like my first exposure to GHB. I didn't even really know what it was. I just knew some bodybuilders took it. And then after the whole Danny Dallas thing and working with him for like 2 years, and then I got to meet other bodybuilders in Venice who were using it and abusing it. And that's how, but that was my first introduction, was watching the guy faceplant. I'm like, what the hell is GHB? Like, what? I don't even get it. And like, oh, if you drink too much, you pass out. And I thought, well, how fucking stupid. Why would you take it? So I guess I did try it for sleeping. So why do you take it? It just relaxed me. And I wasn't able to bust a nut, which I guess is kind of cool. I guess it's like whiskey dick. I guess, basically, from my understanding, it's like being drunk without drinking. And this is not something you combine with alcohol. Again, the few times I tried it, I just used it to sleep. I never tried to party on it. I never tried to drive a car on it. I literally would take a Pepsi cap full, and then I would just lay down and go to sleep. However, the guys that were using it and started to abusing it and started taking it all the time were basically, barely functioning. And Danny Dallas is one of them. But this fucking guy, man, after like a few weeks, it was apparent that he had a massive problem. And it was just fucking funny as hell to see this fucking guy just faceplant on stage. But don't drink it with alcohol. In fact, don't even fuck with it. Just stay away from it. I have very limited experience with it, but I just thought that'd be a funny story to share with you guys, how he used to fucking pass out on the stage. It always made me laugh. Not the first time, though. So what else is going on? Trying to get back into training next month. It's now like December 15th or 16th. I'm not sure the date. I'm hoping to get back to training next month. My travel schedule is pretty hectic, but I did find a gym not too far from this hotel, which is where I'll be staying probably all month. I'll be home for Christmas and then back out again. Anyways, just kind of giving you guys a little update what's going on and sharing a little funny story about Danny Dallas. I don't even know if the guy's alive today. I hope so. Hope he's doing well. So Danny, if you are out there, it's Tommy Love. Hit me up in the comments and let me know if you're alive.